Day. My name is Nick and welcome to another episode of the Side Quest. Today's beer is called 8 Cylinder by AleSmith. Now this beer is sort of a blend. This was actually done in conjunction with Bottlecraft, a local bottle shop here in San Diego, and they're celebrating their anniversary, their 8th year anniversary, which is why it's called 8 Cylinder. So now this beer is actually based on the Speedway Stout. It is 75% Speedway Stout with coffee, raspberries, vanilla, and chocolate, blended with 25% barrel-aged Speedway. So that sounds very cool and very interesting, but I don't know what that's gonna taste like. Usually, the full barrel-aged beer, you'll get a lot of those woody notes, that barrel character, or even the bourbon that comes through. But with this, it's gonna be a little bit muted, I think. I was actually debating whether or not I should do this beer. It's been a long time, and because of the adjuncts in it, especially the fruit and the vanilla, those usually tend to fade, at least for me and a lot of the beers I've had in the last couple of months. Those ingredients or those flavors or the aromas usually fade fairly quickly within a year, and this is over a year old. It was canned on 6/20/2019, and the only reason I decided to do this beer was because Bottlecraft, along with Great Notion, released a sour for their 9th anniversary, which I will do in the next episode of the Side Quest. So I shot the B-roll, I shot everything for this, and if you look at the B-roll, it's from like when I was still filming in the spare bedroom, which we had to turn into like a regular bedroom when family came over, and yeah, it's all like old shots, which is kind of cool. It's kind of nostalgic. Like I kind of watched some of the old videos just to see what the old office used to look like. But I digress. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I did have a splash of this when this was released. Back when I picked up a can, the shop attendant was kind enough to like let me try it out. And it was great. It had some raspberry, taste of raspberry, vanilla was not there for me, and chocolate kind of came through a bit. But the raspberry was a little bit faint. He was also saying that it was a lot stronger when the keg was fresh, and it faded over time, which is why I don't know whether or not my opinion on this beer is going to be because of the time and the freshness. If I don't pick up the raspberries or the vanilla, I'm not really going to knock it. I should have had this fresh right at the start, right when I opened it, but I thought I would open this up with family, but they were not really interested in drinking high ABV stouts. So yeah, this was still sitting in my fridge, and I thought, you know what, now's as good a time as any to try it out. I also forgot to mention that this is 12%, so this is a big boy. I'm gonna drink a pretty big can of this. I've been drinking a lot of really high ABV stouts. The last 4, the 2 from Mason, the Flat Black, and the Dark Saber, which the 2 I just did, even the Macadamia Nut Stout that I just did not so long ago. Super high ABV kind of gets you a little tipsy if you're not used to drinking a lot of beer, which I'm not. I drink maybe one a night, and that's only like maybe 4 times a week, 3 times a week, so not a heavy drinker. Also, I've never actually had Speedway. Surprisingly enough, I've never actually picked it up. I do see it on the shelves a lot, and I've been meaning to, but this is sort of like a good of a time as any, and maybe I'll get a can of the actual regular Speedway and try it. I think the last AleSmith beer I did for here was the brown ale, the nut brown. Yeah, I think that's it. Haven't had one in a while. But enough about that. Let's open this beer up and try it out. I'll be right back after the pour. carbonation than what I was thinking was going to be. Kind of had a really good head starting out, and it kind of has gone down a bit. As you can see, still looks pretty good. The head's like a nice light brownish color. Usually I'm used to like the more darker colors from like the last 2 beers that we had, but it looks really good. I'm happy the carbonation held up on this beer. So let's get a look at this color. Super dark, almost jet black. There is some kind of particles in it. I'm not sure if you can see it on the glass, but yeah, there's like this little dark particulates in the beer. Even on the bottom of this glass, I can kind of see it kind of reflected in this very thin part of the bottom. But hopefully it's like the raspberry, maybe. I don't know if they filtered this beer at all, but hopefully it doesn't mess with the flavor. So let's put a nose on it. Whew. Okay, get a little bit of the alcohol aroma coming off of it, a little bit of it burn. It's not super strong and heavy, but it is there. Great roasted malt aroma as well. I don't get any of the sweetness that's coming off like the chocolate or the raspberry and the vanilla. It's a very like strong roasted coffee almost aroma coming off this beer. But it smells good. It smells like a really nice, strong stout. So, kind of ready to dive in. Let's see if it's as good as I remember. So, cheers. Like I said in the intro part of this video, I'm not going to knock it for missing some of the adjuncts in this beer. I think one of the ones that I remember doing was like that Untitled Art Bottle Logic Neapolitan Stout that I couldn't taste any of the adjuncts, and that was because it was like a year old at that point. And the same goes with this beer. Mouthfeel is great. It's not thick, it's not chewy at all, but it does coat the tongue really well. It does coat your mouth pretty good. Thickness is probably like about medium thickness, a little bit on the medium thick side, but not anything crazy, not like the Dark Saber or the Flat Black that I had. Bitterness is a little bit there, but it's not hot bitterness, it's more of a coffee bitterness. I don't get the raspberries or the vanilla, and I get a little bit of the chocolate. There's a little bit of a sweetness there that kind of reminds me of chocolate, but I can't be 100% sure whether or not that is. But it's coming off as chocolate to me. There is a slight barrel character that I noticed. It's not super strong, but it is there, and it's like sort of very faint in the back end. I wonder what this would taste like 100% barrel aged. So maybe I should pick up a bottle of the Speedway, the barrel aged Speedway. And I'm a little sad drinking this now. I think if I drank this fresh, I would be a little bit more happy. I really wanted that raspberry jammy flavor to come through, like I had at the actual bottle shop at Bottlecraft. That was still had a noticeable raspberry flavor. It wasn't overly strong, but if I had drank this right when it came out, I'm pretty sure I would have got it. I'm a little sad I didn't try this earlier, but still, for a 12% stout, this is really good. It's not super harsh, and it's something that I can drink even though I can't get all the adjuncts on the can. It still tastes pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I like it. I enjoy it. And I'm definitely finishing up the stout. So thank you for watching this video of a very late pouring of AleSmith's 8-cylinder. I'll probably do, or I'll definitely do the Samson's Tropical Vacation that Bottlecraft did with Great Notion in the next episode. But thank you for stopping by. If you liked the video, please leave a like down below, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. I'm really sad I didn't drink this fresh.